Hello Libra and welcome back to my channel. So this month we are doing your September reading. I hope you're ready for that. Now this is going to be a little bit different than what I have done in the other readings because I forgot to press record. It is 4 a.m. and things and stuff. So I already pulled your cards, but yeah, it's a very powerful reading. I don't feel like I should redo this because I feel like some of you really need to hear this right now. So I went in with 2 oracle decks, 1 tarot deck, and yeah, so let's just start with this. The first card we have is releasing allegiances, and that means that September is a month where you really need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on yourself, your own progress, and there might be someone in your life where you need to reconsider your relationship with this person. It might be that you need to let go of them for a time, let them do their own thing and you do your own thing. It does not necessarily have to be forever, just for a time, because they have pretty much served their purpose to you as of now. That does not mean it has to be forever. It's just, you know, September is going to be a month for you. So the other thing is that we got from the self-care oracle, we got to ground yourself, and this makes sense with this whole reading because I feel like this month is really for you to ground yourself basically and be very rooted and realistic in what you have accomplished so far and what you will accomplish in the future. So grounding yourself can be done in a lot of different ways. One way is meditation, preferably outdoors, does not have to be, but preferably. You basically meditate on the earth, and you know, you have to picture yourself when you meditate on earth that you're growing roots down through your whole body and down into the ground, all the way into the center of the earth. And when you do that, you're gonna feel this release of outside forces, basically. That is an absolute beautiful thing. Now the other thing, because I know meditation is not for everyone, what you also can do is make a meal that's predominantly things from the ground, like roots and beets and stuff like this. Make a meal out of that and eat that and feel conscious about that you that way becoming one with nature. It is a very good way of you calming yourself and your mind and basically going back to a realistic sensation of where you're going and where you want to be. Now, the other thing we have here is your tarot cards. The first card we have is the Queen of Pentacles, and that is a card I know that a lot of Libras get a lot. Lately, it is basically you building up your own empire. So it fits very well with releasing allegiances because you are actively working towards your own goals right now. You're working towards where you want to be in life. You have very, very clear things that you want to manifest, and I feel like a lot of you are already actively manifesting these things, which is absolutely great. It is also about you focusing on the finances in your life, basically in order to rise to the next level in your situation financially. So when you pay close attention to that, it does not have to be a bad thing, because another thing the Queen of Pentacles is talking about is leaving the shadows of your financial problems behind. So stop worrying about it, basically. You will be fine, and the Queen of Pentacles is here to tell you that you will be fine, your finances will be fine, but you need to allow yourself to step into this higher version of yourself while also being grounded, because the Queen of Pentacles very conveniently also talks about being grounded and being realistic in where you're going, and also the Queen of Pentacles is about showering the people around you with blessing in terms of your wisdom and your knowledge, but also if you have the access to do it, you know, help people out when they need it, both in knowledge and also financially with things and maybe food. Be charitable, basically, it will all come back to you in the other end. So the next card we have is the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is about you keeping your curiosity and your creativity alive in September. So it's basically, it goes very well hand in hand with the Ace of Wands, which we also have. It is reminding you that, like, we all know that all of you have a lot of ideas and you have a lot of creativity and you really want to share these ideas and these things with the world and you have a lot to say. Sometimes people can feel overwhelmed by that, and that's okay. It's not like your level of creativity and the speed you're going at is not for everybody, and that's okay. And this is again where releasing allegiances come into play, because these people who can't keep up, you will have to leave them behind in order to move forward, and that can feel a lot, and it can feel really sad that you have to leave these people behind, but it is for the greater good. And again, it doesn't have to be forever, it can also be just for a time. Now, another thing we have is Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords traditionally is about, you know, deceit and being on the lookout, someone is trying to deceive you, but I don't feel like that is the case in this case. I feel like it is more so about you having to be really honest with yourself and your progress and where you are in life right now. You need to have realistic expectation of what you can do with what you have, and because when you have these realistic expectations of where you are, it will be a much more clear path to where you're going, if that makes sense. And now when I say this, I know some people will say, well, Kiri, if you're very realistic, how will you manifest at the same time? But that is not the same thing, because when you manifest something, it does not exclude being realistic of where you are and what you have and what you can do right now. So those things are not exclusive, and you have to remember that. You can be realistic about where you are and where you're going. So the Queen of Swords is the next card we have, and the Queen of Swords is a very, very calm energy. She's like sitting there looking over her empire, and she is a very she's a strong individual, and she has a very clear vision of what she wants in life, and she is also here to remind you again to keep the logic with you when you're working towards your goals, because when you work logically with your goals, I feel for you in this case it's going to be very important, because again it's going to give you this clear path of where you're going, where it's leading, what's next. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is basically this spark, this fire within you. You have this, again, you have all these creative ideas, you have all these things you want to do, and as long as you structure your September, you are going to be able to do so much. You're going to be able to do so much incredible things, but it requires you to do and to keep some structure. And I know for some of you are further in this than others, but some of you are not very good at structure yet, and that's okay. We all start somewhere. But keeping structure of your everyday life in September specifically will really help you to move to where you want to be. So, this one is a little shorter than average, but then again, I have already pulled the cards for you. So, I think that's all I really wanted to say for this reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, let me know in the comment sections below what you thought about all this. I know it was a little out of my norm box, but yet here we are. The message is the same. So if you want a reading that's just for you, you can find all the information about that in the description box below, so you can get a private one-to-one reading with me. And apart from that, I don't think I have anything else to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!